Okay, hello, everybody. Let me just get some stuff set up real quick. Man, every time I stream on YouTube, I'm like, I have the way that I have everything set up on Twitch, and then as soon as I go stream on YouTube, it's all just changed. But anyway, good morning, good evening to all of you guys who are in the evening. I don't know if this light is too bright. I know last time I turned it off because it was too bright, but they built a house over here so the sun doesn't come in the same way. Also, the craziest thing happened. Like, the area where I live, it never snows, like, ever. And then I wake up this morning and there's snow on the ground. It's like absolutely insane. Like, who are we? Who are we? Are we suddenly a state where it snows? The last weekend, they predicted that there was gonna be like some snowfall. It ended up being some maybe freezing rain, and then they closed the entire state for 3 days. And it never did anything, actually. It was pretty sad. But this time we actually got like a dusting of snow, so that's exciting. Anyway, hello everybody. Darkmind, hello. Red, Farid, Anonymous, hello. Some housekeeping things before if anyone was wondering, I did not get the whale background. Contrary to what other people may have believed, I did not get the whale background because this one actually fits better. I mean, come on, Mount Taishuan, you know, HOS. Come on, guys. Come on, aesthetically pleasing, we have to go for this one. Even though I say aesthetically pleasing and I totally have the summer skin on HOS. So, aesthetics. Also, oh, cool. Avoided the issue on this chapter, so that's great. This is the first time logging in today, so please pardon me. I have to do all of my daily things. I also didn't do this yet, but I'll do it later. Okay, so chapter 28. Let's just get straight to it. Oh wait. Oh right, the reward this time is Rita's outfit. Okay. I hate myself that I like will be a collector and get that, even though, oh, my favorite character in the game, it's Rita. Fantastic. Also Rita Stig. Okay, so in the last chapter, we did a bunch of things. The only thing that I can like positively say that I remember is that Durandal went into the Sea of Quanta after we fought Otto, and Otto became Zhongli, Pillar Daddy. And Teresa's side quest, I remember they all split up, and Teresa's side quest went like into the side quest. I don't know why I just said side quest so many times. Teresa's story went into side quest, and that was interesting to me. I don't know if it was like optional, but alas. Alright, where are we? We're still picking up in the same, like, open world kind of thing. Man, I don't have any of these things equipped. Oh gosh, I went back too far. Using the UI is, questionable. Alright, also, hold on, I forgot to send a message on Twitter. Huh, maybe I need to turn the game volume up? Oh yeah, it's quite low. Okay. Yeah, it should be good. Oh shoot. Hi Clara, it's me, Clara. Welcome, Clara. Good morning. Man. Link? Boop. Boop. Okay. Cool. I did the thing on Twitter. On the tweeter. Alright, pull this back up. You're doing 28. I am. Hopefully it's substantial enough to make a video. If not, this is gonna be the shortest stream in the history of streams. But it's okay, because I decided to do this in parts so I wouldn't get bogged down at the end. Like last time, and it takes a couple hours. So that's okay. Alright, so headed to church. No side missions, man. I cleared all those out. Proud of myself. Alright. let's go then. I think that we're picking up like straight from the okay. Apparently we cannot go this way, even though what? What? Why does your little marker thing indicate that I should go that way if it's physically impossible to go that way? Okay, anyway, let's take the back roads. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that at the end of the last chapter, we just like immediately went into the fight. All right, here's Otto.
没错，这样，尽管来阻止我吧，尤兰戴尔、基安娜，还有德丽莎，就当是你们为我献上的此行演出了。
You know, is it like okay? People can hate me for this, but if Otto didn't have his entire story with Callan, I'm pretty sure he'd be gay. Like, his entire existence just like screams just very gay. Which is like on brand, but maybe it's just lavender. Okay, okay, they're performing either way. What's up, Molnir? Okay. So, oh yeah, he was leaving and he had the Abyss Flower. So he took the Abyss Flower from Durandal and sent her into the Sea of Quanta.
这到底怎么回事？明明能够感受到力量，却无法使
Oh
用。
yeah, I also remember part of this from last time. Oh, and her greatsword got broken. Right. So this is very like similar to when she woke up at World Serpent.
怎么回事？
Something's off. Please name anything. Something is off. Like, maybe, possibly, maybe the entire world is off. Like, bro, your world is ending. Like, something is off. I would agree.
天哪 ，Bronya， 有必须要
Breaking
完成的
free
事
starts. To the end cleared. Oh, Bronya,
走
hello.
吧，我已经准备好了。天哪，你没事吧？
Man, every time I hear this music, though. Durandal VN. Like, music, that's the only thing that I know. Like, listen to this music for so many hours. Just bam, hit you in the face with it.
没事，当我没能阻止奥托，在和他战斗的过程中，这片光幕突然出现，将我和他隔绝开了。他现在就在光幕的另一边。
Isn't it weird? It just seems like it's fate that Kiana would lose to Otto. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why it feels like that, but if she had won, imagine if she had won, the story would be completely different. This is what I was saying. I don't know if I said this in the last video or if I just said this to myself, because I talk to myself a lot and then get it confused if I was talking to somebody else or a camera. But imagine if Otto hadn't saved Callan. Like, we would not like need to know the rest of his story. It would just end. He would be like dead. No one would like care about what he was trying to achieve. It'd be like, okay, Otto's dead, and then we just move on from there. You wouldn't have to see his entire history, whatever happened. Like, none of his hopes and dreams, they'd all just be like gone. Man, it started snowing really heavy again. Durandal's VN is everywhere, bro. I know. I know. Oh yeah, Lily is here too.
莉莉亚，你怎么了？现在可不是睡觉的时候呀。
How do I feel about Rosalia being in this chapter? Or like just Rosalia in general? Her character just like kills the mood immediately. Oh my gosh. Oh god. Oh, I saw this tweet. There's like perpetual state of not being able to read the room. That's Rosalia, for sure.
我们还要……我怎么也突然好困。罗萨莉亚，莉莉亚，越是接近这里，身体就越沉重。这种感觉，就像被人偶夺走力量时一样。喂，通讯正常吗？有人能听见吗？学院长，这里是 Kiana， 通讯正常。我刚和 Bronya 他们在教堂前完成会合。太好了，你们没事。从刚才开始，通讯信号就不太稳定， 我还担心你们也像瓦尔特先生那样变得无法联系了。
Wait, how long has Walt been here? Has Walt been in this chapter so far?
我和博士们
Oh
在
gosh.
秀伯利安看到
Oh
教
my
堂
gosh.
下出现了巨大的光幕，仪表显示它的能量参数十分异常。你们在现场有什么发现吗？
光幕应该是奥托为了将我们隔离在外而采取的某种措施。
奥托，你果然遇到他了吗？
光幕出现的时候，他嘴里还说着什么虚数之数的赠礼，神的全能。
Huh. So I remember some people talking about like world building and a lot of the NPCs that are hanging around here, and it reminded me that Teresa's like, I guess Teresa's goal was to go out and help the citizens evacuate. But man, that one side quest where we had to help the dude find his father because the father just like walked away and couldn't remember where he lived, just seems so trivial. Maybe it's just like the way that it was set up, like, okay, you're probably supposed to draw your own conclusions and make your own action, but like the way that quest, she's supposed to be helping people evacuate from the city. The dude was like at his house and his father was just standing like 200 feet away from him. You know, like, she was helping him, but he didn't even need help. He could have just turned his head and been like, oh, there's my son. Okay, man. You're probably supposed to be like, oh my gosh, okay, make it for yourself. When you read books, you have to like make your own conclusions and kind of make the action for yourself. But when it's laid out like this, in a way that is supposed to depict it, but doesn't really, it's just disjointed, man.
对了，在我赶到的时候，他手里还握着黑渊白花，说这是第一位客人留下的。
黑渊白花，第一位客人，难道？
啊？他不是奥托的部下吗？起内讧了？
Isn't she Otto's subordinate? Didn't he cut the Valkyries off and then he's like, do one last... Well, no. Because when he stepped down effective immediately, they weren't his subordinates anymore because they're still with Schicksal and he left. So therefore, they're not his subordinates, but he did ask them to do one more thing for him. Which is where we met Rita and fought her. But I don't think that was like them as the subordinates. Which again is another reason to my argument as to why I hate Rita. Like, bro, you don't even work for him anymore. You could just say no. Just say no! Isn't that what we learned throughout her whole life? Just say no, guys. Otto, just say no. Oh god. No, if you're Rita, just say no. Holy.
而且奇怪的是，这片光幕似乎对绿者的能力有消耗和抑制的作用。
Consuming and restricting Hersher's abilities. It seems like more than just Hersher's abilities if Rosalia and Lily are feeling drowsiness.
德丽莎女士，你怎么看？
已经没有疑问了，所有的证据都表明，
Let's hear it, Teresa.
光幕很有可能。
Oh man, this music is like,
就像神谕节气。
yeah, a bop, guys. The manifestation of the power of the Hersher of Binding, just like the Grace Field. Oh. A new player has entered the field.
约束之律者，你们是说，在这个小镇里出现了约束之律者吗？
You better believe it, girl.
我们说的是约束之律者的全能，至少我们没有监测到有新的律者核心出现的迹象。
你太犹大的誓约，也无法释放如此大规模的结界。
结合奥托说的那些话，这更像是某种源自虚数之术的力量。
Okay.
但不管怎么说，现在的情况非常。
Oh, you know, it could also be the music. Based on what I was saying about Teresa's mission, they could have put some music in that and made it more like punchy. But alas, it was a side quest. As soon as possible, we need to go in there and teach Otto a lesson. Okay, Tessa, calm down. Calm down. He will absolutely annihilate you. You small tsundere. Calm down.
光幕的问题，我会和博士们商量解决办法的。记住， 千万不要靠近光幕。如果这真的是约束，
He's the only family for Durandal? I think Durandal is closer with Rita. Well, because Durandal knows, like, she understands the stuff that Otto has done. But the whole purpose was for Rita to kind of like be the stand-in for Otto once Durandal understood what was going on. Although I don't know if Durandal like ever. Man, I don't know if Durandal's ever like, oh yeah, Rita is the mindless follower of Otto. Like, should I really put that much faith in her? I don't know, man. You didn't get any voiceover?
是我习惯的节奏。
Did you install all the packages? Meanwhile, the Hyperion Command Center.
气死我了！
No, Tesla!
有本事就自己出来堂堂正正决个胜负呀！躲在教堂里
Oh my god! Why? Oh my gosh. Maybe we should mark this moment down. Today, what is today? January 29th. Scout told the tsundere to calm down. Never in my life. Tesla, I just don't want you to get annihilated, okay?
冷静点，特斯拉博士。抱怨
Complaining won't solve anything. I would like to argue otherwise.
修头，你想到了什么方法就赶紧说。
Oh my god.
或许我们可以尝试用休伯利安上的月光王座来破除那片光幕。
That's Einstein's grand idea. Did we get to see this? Please?
王座，可那不是用来对付绿者的武器吗？
月光王座之所以能够对抗绿者，是因为它能将绿者体内的崩坏能转化为常规
Wait, the reason saline is effective against Hersher is because it can go. What? Wait, is this the same? I guess throughout history there's been like multiple versions of this thing, because this is the like Moonlight Throne thing that they were talking about in Durandal's VN that converts the Hersher energy into normal energy, or like Honkai energy.
只要我们为它提供额外的崩坏能，它完全可以当作。
This is making me think of that one laser in Subnautica where you shoot the laser, or I guess it's the alien laser that shoots your like person that's gonna save you. Sorry, spoilers for Subnautica. I didn't. In case anyone thought they weren't gonna get spoilers for Subnautica here, you were wrong. Using Hersher power against the power of binding. This is true. Or it's like bringing Tesla to fight against Otto.
就不必过于顾及这些，可以尽情轰炸了，是吧？可恶，早知道就该把银色子弹全都带过来。
You just see Tesla over there. You just see Tesla over there shooting shots at Otto. They just bounce off.
无论如何，有一点是可以确定的。 无论光幕是通过什么原理实现了约束，
How cool would it be?
它都需要
How cool would it be
来消解能量。
if, like, okay, this would be completely irrational and never happen, but how cool would it be if Tesla just became the villain? Like, oh my gosh, she'd be one of those like joke villains that tries really hard and doesn't really succeed at much, but at least she'd be cute. Man, what is going on with my voice? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, it's not even that early. It's the snow, guys. Just blame it on the snow. No matter how much light Curtain acquired the power binding, it must have some kind of operating mechanism to dissipate the energy. Yes, just flick the switch and we should be good. Everything's a puzzle. Every operating...
约束的全能自然也会化解常规能量，但正因为这并非它的主攻方向。
So it can dissolve regular energy. Everything you knew about physics, goodbye. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Honkai says no. We can destroy energy. We just dissolve energy because why not?
所以我们的输出会更容易超过那个阈值。
说白了，就是铁蛋碰石头，看谁能
See, this is why I love Tesla. Tesla's like, we have this issue. We have literally transcended the laws of physics, of destroying energy, and Tesla's like, let's brute force it. Exactly. You understand. Imagine not brute forcing something. This is how genius minds think. I brute force everything. All right? Like, imagine having a plan. Just brute force it, man.
的确是这样。
Holy.
那要是月光王座的功率无法达到光幕的阈值呢？
我们也就只能另寻他法了。
也就是说，保险起见，我们应该在一开始就倾尽修伯链上储存的能量，直接赌一把。
Yes, but also perhaps no. If we use all of the energy and it doesn't work, then we're kind of SOL, don't you think?
但反过来说，如果直接让月光王座以最大功率输出，一旦失败，我们也就损失了休伯利安的全部战力。
I contain the power of both Einstein and Tesla, like the brain power of both of them.
的确，以那种悠然的态度而言，奥托很可能还留有后手。
He always has a backup.
不管怎么说，计划本身是没有问题的。我先把消息告诉奇安娜他们，月光王座的功率设定以及相关的准备工作，就交给2位博士权衡了。
没问题，这不算什么难事，大不了石头剪子布嘛。
Who gets to fire the lasers? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I chose rock. I always choose rock because I always panic at the last minute.
奇安娜、罗尼亚，听得见吗？
听到了，学院长。
现在有什么指示？我和博士们会尝试利用月光王座解决教堂前的光幕。你们要带领大家尽快撤退到不会被波及的地方。届时，如果计划成功，你们确认安全后，再进入光幕与奥托对决。我也会尽快赶上。月光王座，天哪！原理可以之后再听博士们解释。现在先按学院长说的计划行动。
你说的对，还是抓紧时间要紧。
这样前线就安排妥当了。特斯拉博士，你们那边怎么样了？
试射功率已经按照爱因斯坦的方案设定为20%，月光王座随时可以启动。
Tesla lives for these moments, man.
好。
Tesla's like, you have to fire the big laser. Okay, this is why I became a scientist.
我们已经在安全的位置集结完毕。收到，特斯拉博士。我们可以
了解，休伯利安舰载反绿者武装，主炮月光王座启动。
Go! Man, I want to see this. I want to see this in a cutscene like we did in Will of the Hersher, with all the mechs, and then when all of the hydraulics go down, it's like boom, 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 boom. Oh, that was so cool.
系统控制，就绪。
输出控制就绪，
轨道控制，就绪。
目标锁定。
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I did not know this was gonna be playable. A boom?
月光
Boom?
王座开炮。
Are we winning? Are you winning, son? Oh my gosh, we actually did it. I mean, that would have been really awkward if we didn't do it. That's how to make filler content. Good for us.
很好，
We made Tesla happy! Yes!
天哪，你们那
Oh
边如
my
何？
gosh.
没问题，我们能直接看到光幕上的缺口。
那事不宜迟，我们马上准备更大功率的。
等等，特斯拉博士，情况有些不对。
怎么了？
光幕以惊人的速度被自动修复了。修复了。
Too good to be true, of course, of course.
切，该死，果然没有那么简单嘛！看来那家伙不仅准备了这个鬼屏障，就连修复它的手段都考虑周全了。机头，还有那边的长光，根据刚才的试射攻击，你们算出光幕的阈值了吗？
Oh, wait. That test shot was 20% though. If we just use more than 20%, all we have to do is be on the precipice. As soon as we break it, just run, okay? Okay, just run. Everybody, stampede.
当然，特斯拉博士。现在有一个好消息，还有一个坏
Some
消息。
people might die in the process, so we'll put Rosali and Lily up front. Oh god, that's awful.
都什么时候了，还玩这套？快说吧！
消息是，月光王座的攻击的确有效，我们也得到了确切的能量阈值。但坏消息是，那个阈值相当之高，即使用尽修伯利安剩下的80%能量，
而如果不能完全破坏整个光幕，它就会像提亚娜小姐看到的那样，自行在
什么？我们不是用
Right, okay, 20%.
就打出了一个破口吗？
Okay, well, I mean, we didn't really break through 20% of it, but 20% it would definitely be enough to bring it
但即使
a
我
lot
们再投
down.
入4倍的能量，也只能创造出一个。
But even with 4 times as much energy, okay, Einstein, 4 times 20 is only 80, and this time I'm positive of my math. Have you considered 5 times as much energy?
更不用提去彻底破坏它了。
想要完全破坏光幕，至少需要同时调用5倍于修伯利安全键储量的崩坏能。
Yeah.
那么多能量，要如何集中到修伯利安？
Although we did just use 20%, so I guess we only have 40% or 80% left. Darn it! Who needs testing? Just go straight in. Just go straight in 100% all the way. Gosh, guys.
使用月光王座的这个计划，其实
很遗憾，我必须承。
Wait, isn't that exactly what she said? So if we use 20% of the energy in the Hyperion, that means we only have 80% left, which means that 4 times that amount would not be able to break it. But if we had shot 100% the first time, we would have been fine. This is why you don't test hypotheses. You just go. You just go. Don't even make a hypothesis. Just go straight to the experiment. 100% off the
爱
bat.
因斯坦博士，或许
Oh, what
你
Branya?
们提供的那2个消息，都
啊？是要怎么让坏消息变成好消息啊？还能
对，就是这样。
啥？
Let's take
你认真
the Hersher of Domination and just boop, boop, boop.
用理智律者的全能，构造出足够锋利的月光王座阵列。
There's that too.
什么？这种事能做到？当然很困难，毕竟这是瓦尔特先生也没有做到过的事。但这也是眼下最值得一试的方法。
Surpass the teacher,
对自己
Branya.
有信心。
Yes, here we go. I remember. A few months ago, man, this felt like
当时
a
整个柏
lifetime
林
ago.
都几乎化为了废墟。天命找到他时，你的猜想没错，那就是上一位瓦尔特，第1任理智律者。
This is when the story was like, go fetch the cake, go fight the man in the suit, and then you found out about HOD, and then everything kind of went off the rails again. But man, that one semblance of like normal life, must be nice.
不让你啊，你之前可能有一些误会。我常常说，理智律者所代表的，它不仅仅是一种力。这句话的另一
It
层意
also
思其实是
represents the name
理智律
Welt.
者所能释放的潜力，也远远超过我现在所能驾驭的部分。理智律者代表的是一种信念，一种以人类的身份对抗崩坏，以人类的身份反抗神明的信念。第1任理智律者，他之所以会选择为人类而战，是因为他在保留了人类意识的同时，也接受了核心中的30万人的思想。
Holy Jesus.
30
How?
万人的
Wait,
思想，那对他的精
So-
神应该是一个巨大的负担。
man. The Hersher of Reason can have the thoughts of 300,000 people, and Fuhua can't even have the memories of 50,000 years. Hiya. SMH.
或许吧，但这就是真正的
Imagine,
理智。
imagine if we had gotten Fuhua, the core. Shoot, I forget what that core is called, but basically the core of reason. Imagine if we had like smashed those two together. It'd be like infinite knowledge. It would be 50,000 years times everything that everyone has experienced ever. And we're wasting it on Branya. That's all. That's all.
我们自始至终都没有忘记自己是人类，我们自始至终都担负着人类的痛。它代表着人类走过的历史，它的力量，现在，它传承到了你的手里，布罗尼亚。 它是如此沉重，以至于连我都难以发挥律者的全部力量。它要是如此轻盈，此刻就这样安静地沉睡在你体内。当然，我并不是要你去强行接受什么，我只是在同你解释理智律者的历史，以及你梦中的那些身影。毕竟我相信你能做得比我
Yes.
更好，不然
If you don't surpass your teacher, you didn't do good enough. Because at that rate, you would continuously be losing information. Like, imagine if you didn't surpass your teacher. That means that the teacher at the beginning would be the smartest one, and everyone would just go down after that. Of course, you have to surpass the
崩坏
teacher.
中适应性远强。
哎呀，
无论是战斗的经验还是技术，也都比刚成为理智律者时的我唯一一次成功与那30万人的思想融合，还是第2次崩坏后。
重塑身体，而且还是上一句。
就连那时的我也觉得这几乎是不可能做到的事。一个人怎么可能事无巨细，完全了解清楚人类体内每一个细胞应有的构造和状态呢？但当我在核心中直面那30万人，下定决心要恢复身体，继续为人类而战的时候，30万种思想同时涌入，他们互相挤压、撕扯，几乎要将我自身的意识彻底粉碎。但最终，我成功了，从无到有，恢复了自己的人类身体。那种精神统调的负担太过巨大，以至于我在量子之海中再次尝试重塑身体，并向那个凯文发起反击的时候。
I'm just thinking about like all the like, there's probably like all this infighting between the men of Honkai, and whenever you see them, it's just like it was just Welt versus Otto, they're just talking, and then you have Kevin versus Otto, and they're just talking. The men in this game are playing like the mind games with each other, and then all the Valkyries are just like absolutely annihilating each other. It's fine. This is fine.
核心本身就阻止了我再去做同样的事。虽然我通过读取构造的记忆，还是在恰当的时机设法恢复了过来，但现在这具身体对律者核心的适应状况。不过我相信，你的情况完全不同，布拉尼亚。
Thank you, Weld.
不仅因为你的天赋远胜于我，也因为在你的眼中，闪烁着和当时的他。虽然你并不认识他，但是我可以向你保证。
Bronya，或许我们应该先想想其他可行的方案。
Okay, you said that it healed, but it still looks pretty weak. Like, if we can still see where we damaged it, then we did something.
放心吧，学院长，真的没问题吗？笨蛋，这种事你以前做的还少吗？好吧，我相信你 ，Bronya。
这点也明白了。Bronya，现场。
All right, Bronya, don't let us down.
我们会在修伯利安为月光王座进行第2次，也是最后一次的充能，配合你的指令，一起发起攻击。毕竟，既然要做，
逆商的每一个人，就都要对得起理智律者的信念。
明白，提安娜、希尔，还有罗萨利亚和莉莉亚，拜托你们掩护布罗尼亚。这次构造所涉及的内容非常庞大，布罗尼亚不希望，也不能够被任何情况打断。没问题。
I feel a protect Bronya situation going on right now.
请交给希尔吧。
Don't worry.
布罗尼亚相信大家每个人的
I
力
have the
量。
power of gather.
另外
The Hersher
这
of
次无论是彻底
sentience
击
has
破
the
理智核心
power of gather.
还是月光王座的
The
验证
strongest power there
都需要
is.
大量崩坏能来支持。到时候博若鸟会依次给大家指示，希望大家都可以把自己的力量。明白，明白。莉莉亚，他们从刚刚开始就在说。
You got it, you got it, Rosa. Just do your
莉
thing.
莉亚也不是很清楚，但总之我们保护好博尔尼亚姐姐就行了。啊，这个我明白。那么，作战开始。
Escort Bronya. Let's go, old timer. Do we have to play as Kiana? Bro, I had the freaking... Okay, fine. I guess it's because it's in the story. SMH, man. Oh god, I don't even remember how to play Void Drifter. Wait, isn't there a bar when you use the greatsword that like is like, hey, you know, you're using too much Hersher energy? Or does it not matter anymore? Oh gosh, there's too many cores around. Tiana, it's now. What's now? Share strength with Bronya. Take it.
让那家伙知道我们的厉害。我会保护好 Bronya 姐姐的。
Man, Bronya's like harvesting the energy. Oh my gosh, 75%. I need to do better. Wow! Give me your energy! Hello? Hello? There we go.
拜托了，Bronya 姐姐，希尔相信你一定会成功的。哼，可别白白浪费了我们的心意。别想靠近 Bronya 姐姐。莉莉安，全力出击！
Spin to win! With the power of spin, you guys will never succeed. Okay. Too much spin, too much spin. Oh yeah, the gem of haste, that's what it's called. QTE should decrease this, just saying. Oh yeah, so the power of Little Monkey Child we can also gather. One more left. Who else should we harvest energy to? Oh wait, do we have to do it twice because of Lilia? What? Nope. Nope.
虽然不多，但希望这能够帮上 Bronya 姐姐。
Shouldn't have to worry about losing control. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, that she like had fully gotten. Ooh. As the core of Hersher of reason is gradually filled with external energy, Bronya began to feel that her spirit was merging into the depths of the core. She knew that as long as she stayed in the state, she'd be able to sense that place. Yes. Bronya was here again, in this dreamland full of scorched earth, but this time, she already knew who the figure was in front of her. It's Weld. He was the first Hersher of reason, the hero who saved New York, who once made the tyrant above watch the stars crumble. His name was Walt Joyce. Their name was Walt Joyce.
30万人的思想，原来是这样。
Bronya noticed that those who were walking on this scorched earth were both shadows and not shadows, both fragments and not fragments. It was the thoughts of 300,000 people that formed this unique core. It was this unique core that allowed the thoughts of 300,000 people to be passed on to this day. Why does this sound so similar to the Hersher of Domination? But that was only 1,000? Weak! None of them was the Hersher of reason. Not one of them. And yet all of them were the Hersher of reason. Involuntarily, Bronya approached the leading man step by step.
一个像我们一样的孩子。
是崩坏的又一个受害者吗？啊，他和我来自同一个故乡。
是他继承了理智律者，是他继承了我们的名字。
Countless thoughts whispered in her ear with every step she took. Every step I take, all 300,000 people will be watching. Wait, what are the words? Never mind. Bronya knew that the core itself was questioning her, checking whether she was really qualified to be next in line. We've seen the Walt Joyce before, right? Why does he look like Marius? It looks like Marius, and Marius was like a good boy. A good boy. And yes, I did just learn who Marius was. And now I'm gonna be like, he looks like Marius because he has blue hair. Finally, she stood in front of him. It was the first time she faced him in the core at such a close distance. That sovereign must have faced him like this before. What was in Walt Yang's mind at the time? And before that, when he was here treading this scorched earth, what was in his mind then?
他是对抗崩坏的战士。
在这小小的年纪，他有着坚定的意志。
It's Judgment Day. Immature. Did that say immature? If it did, it was not spelled right. If it didn't, then I don't know what word it was. Awkward. Alright, the words were still whispering. Bronya's attention returned to him. Is it God? She seemed to sense the tenderness in his eyes and the stubbornness beneath that tenderness. He's literally the god of the Hersher of reason. Fascinating. She finally realized something. The legendary hero was just an ordinary boy. We have been told that in the past. She had seen that sort of ordinary many times before in Seele. And she understood better than anyone else that it was this ordinary that gave Seele her unparalleled tenderness and strength. This time, she felt that she had finally understood the meaning of his name, Walt.
Bronya 知道你们在质疑，也知道你们为何会质疑。不错 ，Bronya 曾经拒绝继承瓦尔特之名，认为自己无法承担起守护世界的重任。但时至今日 ，Bronya 逐渐理解了一件事：所谓的世界，不是一个冷冰冰的概念，不是一个只停留在口号中的词汇。每一个活生生的人，都会构筑起自己独一无二的世界。这些世界会与他身边人的世界融合，诞生出更大的世界。而瓦尔特所代表的世界，正是将这个过程重复了千百亿次后诞生的结果。从来没有哪一个人能够承担起守护世界的重任，但每个人都可以拥有守护世界的愿望。想要保护自己想保护的人，想要开拓自己想前往的未来。时而这些纷繁复杂的人性存在于每个人心中。当他们交相辉映之时，瓦尔特只是一个名字 ，Bronya 也只是一个普通的人类。无论是否继承那个名字 ，Bronya 都会在前人已经开辟的道路上继续前进。无论自己拥有多少力量 ，Bronya 都将使用它来守护这个大家所在的世界。Bronya 会永远选择作为一个人类去成为理智律者，去成为。
他曾经犹豫过，
但是他克服了内心的迷茫。他曾经恐惧过，
但是他战胜了内心的怯懦。
或许他真的能够为人类带来新的希望。
至少，他不愧为又一任的理智律者。
At the very least, what about the very most?
他的意志如今坚定而成熟。
那么，我们也应该尽我们所能
Never mind.
去帮助他。
不要向崩坏屈服，不要向神明低头，这就是我们一致的思想。
不，无需多言。他
She is
已经准备好了。
ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
没错。
All systems online. Bronya, ready now.
30万分的思想，精神同调。
Yes, Cyber Angel, let's go. I feel like we've heard Cyber Angel so many times in this, like, in this arc. Maybe this arc was really just Bronya's arc. Like, screw Otto, man. This arc is about Bronya. We have gotten a lot of insight, like, into Bronya becoming, just becoming, period. Which makes me even more confused about the cutscene, because we've spent a lot of time on Bronya in this arc. Huh, okay. Well, I guess we'll see where this goes. Or this is leading up for Bronya's like great downfall. They're like, let's build her up, build me up, Buttercup, and then just break her down. Like, because they did build Durandal up a lot, and then they're like, yeet into the Sea of Quanta. So, all right. Two options. This arc is actually about Bronya. Option number 1. Or option number 2, Bronya is about to get annihilated. Okay. Maybe I should be reading this. The thoughts of 300,000 people poured into her along with their traits. Some of them were determined, some brave, some cautious, others immature. And Bronya also felt the power that her companions had given her before. Rosa and Lilia's power was as lively and mischievous as waves, and it also felt immature but reliable. Sally's power was easy to identify. It was as blue and clear as the sky, both gentle and tolerant at the same time. Kiana's strength was warm as the sun, yet illuminating the way forward like the moon. She had always led everyone like this. There were also thousands of thoughts and thousands of ideas which overwhelmed Bronya's spirit and tore at her soul. Words flashed across her mind. Human, Hersher, Honkai, civilization. Peace, war, violence, warmth. The spiritual pain didn't last long as long as she has expected. She gradually grasped the waves of thoughts, learning to stay afloat as though she was surfing on them. She understood that this was the precipitation of these millions of beliefs, that the disposition of these millions of years now gathered into a fervent and pure conviction. Human beings will change the world with our own will. The power of a Hersher of reason rapidly spread to the other side of singularity at the speed that Bronya couldn't fathom. Even if it was a weapon that she had only looked at a few times. Even if it was a device whose principles were not fully understood. The complete power of the Hersher didn't care about these, as long as the target was within the reach of mortals. Any miracle that civilization could achieve, anything height civilization could reach, the Hersher of reason could make it reappear in an instant. Wait. The Gem of Reason was in Durandal's VM, but there was also something that could do this, and I don't. Oh, it was the anchor. The anchor. No, not the anchor point. It was literally the thing that they were searching for the whole time in that bubble universe that could take anything, and that's why people were like, the Star Whisperers were coming into that world, because like Darwin was just recreated, like reassembled, but they didn't like rely on this core. So interesting. I don't know if they're like anywhere related, but whatever.
一个人的力量或许不够强大，30万人的思想或许也不够丰富，但此刻的 Bronya 是真正的理智律者。Bronya 将代表人类的文明向崩坏挑战。月光王座6倍功率，构造开始。
Yo! Let's go! Fire! Oh my gosh. Crushed it. Why is this text not centered? Under the combined impact of the two kinds of energy from the Hersher of Reason and the Hyperion, the light curtain shattered in an instant, with no signs of recovery. Ada's probably long gone at this point, though. We did it! And Bronya just fell. Bronya Gigi! Meet up with Bronya. I wasn't really considering this meeting up, but okay. Bronya lost consciousness. She created saline out of thin air. After doing what no other Hersher of Reason had done, she was completely exhausted. Saley felt Bronya had almost no breath in her arms. What? Saley, I feel like there should be a comment here. Saley felt... Whatever. As if the latter soul could dissipate at any time. Oh my gosh, okay.
姐姐，布罗尼亚姐姐，布罗尼亚，坚持住！怎么办？布罗尼亚姐姐要死掉了吗？别胡说呀，罗萨莉亚！怎么会？就没有什么我们能做的吗？
If Bronya died right now, this would be the best kept secret.
希尔，换我来。你旁边不就有个能救布罗尼亚的东西吗？啊，那是。
And here you have the very convenient placement of the abyss flower that Otto has conveniently stuck right here. So thank you for that, Mister.
黑渊白花，可是其他的问题先不谈，我们根本不知道该怎么去使用它。没事。
Don't worry, I've seen Durandal do it many times. All you have to do is just take it and stab it into the person that you want to save, right? Easy, easy.
真的呢，我对这把武器有种说不上来的熟悉感，似乎是我的力量和它产生了某种共鸣吧。
Excuse me? Excuse me? Guys, Valiona was a previous wielder of the Abyss Flower. Surprise. Bet you guys didn't know that. Maybe I've known, what on earth? What on earth? What? Excuse me, new theory. If Durandal is the real Kiana, then Valiona is the real Durandal.
现在是正这个的时候吗？
Oh my gosh.
我是说，我能
Have you been hiding something from me? Are you trying to show off? Perhaps.
或许你的确知道如何去使用它的力量，但对使用这股力量所要消耗的代价，你其实并不知道。单靠自己一个人的力量，所以，拜托了，让我也帮你一把。唉，真是服了你了。你听好了，我待会儿会尝试引出这把武器那独特的力量，你最好配合我的步骤，感受那股力量。 帮助他流向布罗尼亚。
I'll try to draw out the unique power of this weapon. You need to follow me and feel that power, then lead it. What?
没问题，我会努力的。那么，我要开始了。
There are so many emotions going on in this chapter. Wow, okay. She felt Bronya's vitality in her arms and noticed a strange but familiar power nearby. She weaved her power into a thread that connects the two.
拜托了，一定要成功啊！
Somehow I feel like we're closing a Bronya arc, even though, like, a mini Bronya arc inside of this arc.
成功了吗？
Did it work, or is this heaven? Is this what heaven looks like?
罗尼亚，是。
Bronya lost consciousness again. It was just drowsiness.
太好了。
Sure.
罗尼亚姐，谢谢你。
Do. What? Wait. Oh no, where'd Valiana go?
另一个我，你没事吧？另一个我。
Man, are we just about to rip the, like, what? What is going on? Bitch, you better come back.
吵死了。
You're being annoying. Stop. Yo, can we get a spin-off with HOS and Valiana, please? Please, man. Oh my god. And for good measure, let's just throw Tessa in there. How about like Honkai Valkyrie's daycare? We get Valiona and HOS and Tesla. Man, that would be fun.
吓死我了！我也是莫名其妙的就累了。这黑渊白花所消耗的，该叫生命力吗？总之那种代价，确实和
It
我想象
consumes
的不太
life
一
force,
样。
yeah, slowly.
不过，话说回来，你刚才是 是不是还挺着急的呀？当然了，你下次不可以再这么吓我了。等等，他怎么直接就承认了？这让我还怎么接话呀？听见了吗，希儿？好，好，好，是，我是听话的希儿，以后什么都听。等等，那是什么？
All right. What is that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what's going on?
喂，开玩笑的吧，鸡窝头？这该不会是我们在第二次崩坏时看过的那东西吧？
Mophead! Mophead to the bridge now! This isn't really the bridge, but I don't know where they are. Judging from the energy readings, and oh wait, she just said this. It is indeed the Grace Field. To be more accurate, it is the power of binding, being used in a way similar to that of the Grace Field. Kiana, get everyone out of here.
快带着大家离开那里，被那齿轮碰到，可就全完了。
Yeah.
不清楚这是击破光幕后触发的防御措施还是什么，但它正以当中的虚数之种为核心，在急速向外扩散。
希儿、若扎里、莉莉，你们还走得动吗？刚才把力量都给了布罗尼亚姐姐，我已经没多少力气了。莉莉娅已经睡了过去，我勉强能像这样背着她走，可是……
Carry everyone, Kiana. Carry everyone.
但那些齿轮的扩展速度却丝毫不减，有没有什么办法？可恶！
All of a sudden, a roar pierced the air.
那是修伯利安上搭载的突击舰。德丽莎，你什么时候出去的？
That's a cool ship. I like that
这样
one.
也好，既然德丽莎你已经赶到附近，那就尽快让地面作战人员登上突击舰完成撤离。
不，撤退是行不通的。
德丽莎，
Oh man, this background looks really cool. I almost hit skip by accident. Man, this looks so cool. And we have Tesla at the center of it all, obviously, to make the picture even better.
罗尼亚他们刚刚经历了一场恶斗，加上这齿轮的扩展速度，如果从空中撤离，博士，还记得我们之前所做的那个？
难道
你们应该也想到了吧？如果我用神恩结界输出与他同等的约束权能，伊安娜他们……
德丽莎，你先等等。虽然
德丽莎女士，你应该知道，神恩结界对于相当于融合战士的你意味着什么。
You should know what the Grace Field means to you as a mantis. Teresa's not a mantis, though, is she? I thought that was too old for her.
我知道，在第二次崩坏的时候，我就已经体验过一次了。
Okay.
你没看到那个虚数之种吗？要匹配和那个相当的强度，你自己绝对会死啊！
或许吧。
展开结界后，由崩坏能驱动的飞船引擎也将停止运转。就算是我们，也无法在修伯利安进行远程操控了。
Even if we can't remotely control it from the Hyperion. So we'll just follow this guy. Got it.
看来，我们已经阻止不了你了。
感谢你们的理解，博士。
The assault ship soared higher towards the Nihilist Sea. The radio signal grew weaker until it disappeared. It's so quiet around here, only a monotonous mechanical hum can be heard. Okay, this is pictures from Second Eruption. 2000 Shixel HQ.
谢谢你陪我们拍提安娜的艺术照，德丽莎。她特别喜欢你呢。
The last time I had a good chat with her was a peaceful afternoon. Sitting on the bench, they watched a father and daughter playing together in the distance and chatted for a while.
Cecilia，你之前申请的机动织布学员项目已经通过审批了。
Cecilia cute.
那真是太好了。
但你下次走流程的时候还是注意一点吧，像是这次的材料竟然没有特殊标注项目的优先级。还好我多留了个心眼，不然谁知道他们要在文件堆里待到什么时候？
那真是谢谢德丽莎了。总感觉你对这个学员项目
Man, Teresa's really cute here. I like her hair like this. They should do that more often.
怎么可能不上心啊？这可是你的愿望，不是吗？提安娜也在一天天长大，咱们再不抓紧时间，她可就当不了那所学校的学生了。
那你就再帮我实现一个愿望，好不好？上次那个提议
Proposale.
怎么样，德丽莎？以后要不要来我的学校当老师啊？
哎呀，这个还是算了吧。
嗯，有什么不好的吗？
我不擅长和小孩子打交道啦，他们一个两个肯定都把我当同龄人看呢。
是吗？我明明觉得很合适啊。
我还是留在这个总部吧。
Okay, Kiana's like
一定能找
2.
到更好的老师的。
There's a difference between a 12-year-old talking to a 2-year-old versus a 12-year-old like talking to a 40-year-old person who's also looks like she's 12. But yeah.
我有预感，你们俩生的女儿恐怕只会比其他人家的孩子更
I have a feeling your daughter's
我才管不住。
gonna suck a little bit.
我可没在夸你们。
但说不定她长大以后就变得老实了呢，
Maybe she'll be well behaved.
就像她爸
Perhaps.
爸一样。
Perhaps.
齐格飞到底哪里算老实啦？
Also true.
不过，Cecilia，你为什么这么急着要建一座女武神学园呢？
哦，这倒不是。不如说，如果她将来不想当女武神，我反而会乐见其成。老实说，建立学校的事，我在很早之前就考虑过了。
很早之，
毕竟，你知道的，我从很小的年纪就开始接受战士的训练，除了对抗崩坏之外，对整个世界几乎是一无所知。直到遇见了齐格飞，我们第一次相遇时发生的事，你知道的。那时我如梦方醒，原来除了战斗，我们还可以去体验那么丰富多彩的世界。所以我想创造一
Man,
个不一样的
Cecilia
织
was
布
so stuffy before she
想
met
给予那些
Siegfried.
学生我当年险些就错过了的东西。
Was that that was also in Second Eruption, right? Man, Second Eruption I feel like could have been split into many smaller manga pieces, but there are so many arcs in Second Eruption. I think this was one of them. Where they go on the motorbike, right? And then they have to go into the arcade.
拥有隐私的房间，环境优美的花园，美味的学校食堂，一起听课玩闹，甚至是一起
A
翘课的同
delicious
伴。
school cafeteria. Man, imagine that. Imagine that. Now you're really just dreaming.
我希望他们在成为一个战士之前，首先可以作为一个人，去自由地接触整个世界。
原来是这样啊！
怎么样，心动了吧？我上面说的这些，教职工也同样可以享受哦。
我还没那么容易上钩啦。不过，一个洋溢着青春的校园啊。
哦对，说到青春，学校里必须得有个大大的游泳池。
那不如建在海边或者海岛上好了，夏天还能出去玩。
哦，不光要能在外面玩，还要有抓娃娃机，要有游戏厅、游乐园。
那会影响学习的吧？
是吗？
如果只在周末开放，倒还可以考虑。
这样的确比较合理。其实啊，我就是想让他们拥有自己的生活，那种和职业责任都没有关系。即使是作为天命的女武神，她们也应该用自己的眼睛，用自己的步调，去真实的、立体的认识这个世界。我希望她们终有一天能够自己决定自己的命运。希望她们在喊出“为世界上所有美好而战”的时候
Fight for all that's beautiful in the world.
浮上心
Yes,
头
Cecilia.
能够真真正正的理解其中的含义。
而我们需要做的，就是见证并保护这一切。
Why?
是的，德丽莎，你不来当老师也没事哦。
It's okay if you don't want to be a teacher. You can be the principal.
怎么又突然说
不过，我希望你到时候能抽出一些时间， 偶尔来学校里看看 Kiana。我有信心，你到时一定会大吃一惊的。
Teresa and Cecilia are like kind of the same age, right? Because if this is 2000, I know that Teresa's like 25 or something, so she's probably like slightly under 20 here, right? I don't know what year she was 45, but like assuming that now she was 45, it would be like 70, 75 for her birthday, so man, then she'd be like 25. And Cecilia just had a kid, so she'd probably be like early 20s.
那我就期待着啦。不过，这么独特的学校，还一板一眼的叫极东支部附属学员，恐怕不太合适吧？不考。
哦，你说的对。可是取什么好呢？
得好好想一下了。
不如就叫它圣弗雷亚吧，因为是代表青春的名字嘛。
That was nice. Maybe I'll refrain from what I was going to say about Cecilia's face. It would ruin the mood.
和你说的一样啊，塞西利亚，圣弗雷亚的学生们已经成长到我们都不敢相信的程度了。
Man, they're like, let's cap it all off. Let's have this very, very nice moment, and then just slap Amazing Grace onto it. Boom. This is not the first time that they played Amazing Grace. Actually, they played it. That shoot, what was the name of that one cutscene? Where we have the one in Arc City, right? It was like at the end of that, I think.
他们已经能够决定自己的命运，能够选择自己想要守护的事物，即使天各一方，也不会停下走向明天的脚步。虽然圣弗雷亚的学生的确会惹出各种各样的问题，这就是和我们不一样的未来，这就是我们应该去守护的未来。
This is the future we should protect, yes, but also considering the state of Saint Freya right now, I don't think you guys did a very good job of that. And yeah. Sorry, was that rude?
尤大，我的老朋友，最後再帮我一次吧。制約の十字架、大霊定格出力、心音結界、抵抗展開。
You know, never again will I underestimate the power of the Oath of Judah after having to fight when you get Oath of Judah RNG and ER. Man, never again underestimate the power of Judah. Oh my gosh. Notice we're not talking about Callan. It is the Oath of Judah. The divine key hit the imaginary seed accurately. The chain reaction made all the gears covering the sky lose their power. They broke, dissipated, and collapsed. The power of binding had no effect. Ada's church was no longer guarded by any barriers. Teresa Apocalypse have achieved the unexpected victory. Huh. I mean, why am I hesitant to accept that this is unexpected victory? Like, obviously, yes, they had to work hard for it, but also, maybe it's just because of the way that I know that the story's gonna go, and there's still two, like, more sections. That's like, Otto has to know that they're gonna get through this. Like, Otto, like, just imagine in the future section, like, oh, you guys are here? Well, shoot, now what do I do? Like, obviously it's not gonna be like that. He'd be like, I was waiting for you, Valkyries. Like, or something stupid. Like, bro. You just, like, expected that we're gonna get past this? The imaginary seed was broken and the gears in the sky were fading away. The power binding was gone. This is also a really cool picture. Wow. Wonderful. Her vision began to blur and the sound of wind in her ears gradually faded away. She wanted to speak, but her lips, no, her entire body had no consciousness at all. Am I falling? She could no longer feel the wind. The gears that grew farther and farther and the strands of her hair brushing in the vision reminded herself of that fact. Kiana, Branya, I'm glad that you're alright. Do we know that they're alright? What is that? What is that? It's God. God is talking to us. The holy light shot down from the sky. It didn't feel threatening, but rather reassuring. In Teresa's memory, she'd only seen a holy light in one person. Cecilia! After saying the name in her head, Teresa lost all her strength. She closed her eyes and let herself fall into unconsciousness. So now we're 2 of 7? 2 of 7 unconscious and fall. Wow. HOS, you alright? Alright, so that's the end of this section, is it? That was fast. How long has it been? It's been an hour. Wait, there's not even any side missions that come with this? Wow. Okay. So what was I expecting? I guess this is the part where I say what was I expecting from this chapter? Not that. I was not expecting that. Honestly, I thought that we were gonna follow Otto because at the end, Otto just left. So I thought that we were gonna go see what he does and not follow the Valkyries anymore. Again, for the same reason that I said in the last video, like, when are we gonna follow Otto in the story? It's even for this arc, it's always been the Valkyries. We're always getting the Valkyrie side from it. But right now, like, this chapter seems to be like, I don't know if it's like a trope, but like, we're basically taking all of the characters that we need and just like felling them. Is that the right word? To the point where at the end we are not gonna have anybody left because now Bronze is unconscious. Teresa's unconscious. Only a matter of time before somebody's next. Obviously Durandal's in the Sea of Quanta, so that doesn't matter. I can't remember what happened to Rita because I can never remember what happened to Rita. It's Rita. But this makes... Okay, so for the next part, I feel like there's gonna be more people to fall unconscious because that's just the way that it be. We're gonna slowly lose everybody. And then we might have one battle, maybe with Kiana and Otto at the end. Otto's obviously gonna win. I don't know. Maybe I'm like too far removed from the like story to be like on the outside of the meta. Like, obviously Otto's gonna win. If Otto doesn't win, we're not gonna have a story. We're not gonna have a story. And like, if we go in with all the power that we have now, we're gonna be fine. But obviously that's not gonna be the case. I still have no idea how we're gonna get to the cutscene, but also that is personal. That's a personal problem because you're not supposed to watch the cutscene, you know, before you play the chapter. But hey, welcome to the YouTube meta. Sushang is still conscious. Oh, that also happened in the last chapter. So Fuhua had a little showdown with... What happened to Fuhua? Oh gosh, man. My memory of the last chapter is all just summed up in the last battle. So at the end of the Fuhua Sushang battle, Fuhua was able to like tank her attack and then meet up with Kiana. But I don't remember what happened after that. And what did Sushang do after that? What are you guys saying? She's a clone with Honkai Beast genes, so technically she's a mantis. Interesting. She's like a mantis extension, I guess. Fuhua lost, but like, where did she go? Like, where did she go? She's still alive though. Sushang won't kill her. Well, I mean, she already kind of had the chance, and she didn't. she gets stronger. I mean, I believe that, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. I still don't think it's gonna be enough for this chapter. I liked the bit that they did with Cecilia, although I like that they told a new story in the story that was already like in Second Eruption. So that scene was from Second Eruption, but they obviously weren't talking about that. So I like that they did that. So they took something that you could recognize, you could recognize, even though we've already had this conversation about what I think about the manga, and just something else that I want to point out is that the okay, are you gonna say something? Thank you. I've unlocked. The barrier of binding has fallen. Oh, fantastic. So on the phone, we talked about the links to the manga, which I'm assuming is in the website. There is nowhere on this that says manga. Read the manga here. So yes, I still feel the exact same way about the manga that I did before. It is not of like easily accessible for somebody who doesn't even know that it exists. So that's what I think about the manga. Going back to the story. Oops, I didn't mold yet. Let's see. Sushang brought her somewhere. Yeah, I also don't remember. She doesn't expect her to win, so he didn't give her... Right. Aunt? There was a lot of build-up for Bronya. I wonder... We haven't really gotten, like, a big Bronya exposition since her arc. So this was kind of nice, even though it was like slightly disjointed, even though I also said that Otto's story was disjointed and literally every person disagreed with me. But for Bronya, her story, no, actually we did get a lot of Bronya in the chapter 22, 23 kind of thing. So okay, this kind of like arc of her accepting and becoming HOR, I feel like is tied up. They tied it up very quickly in a way, in a good way though. In a good way. It was many chapters leading up to it, but kind of like small, I guess, overall. See, the way that they did that was pretty good, because if you think about it, it wasn't the main story. Like, obviously the main story was trying to get rid of the Herrscher domination. Now we're here, we're fighting Otto. But Bronya, we had been getting exposition into Bronya's story for the last two arcs, like the two big arcs. I guess 25X kind of like separate those. And now we have that going forward. Like Bronya has passed her mentor, so she passed Welt, Yang. And she got basically the approval from Welt Joyce. And now her story, I feel like could be the end of that, unless obviously they like come up with something else for her of, hey, you did it, now you have a bigger challenge. Sayle's always just kind of there. I don't know if her. I guess Sayle's part didn't really. Although the whole part with Veliona using the Abyss Flower is kind of like, what on earth? So I'd be interested to explore that more, especially with Durandal. Like add the picture right now. Who will wield the Abyss Flower? Whoa! What if Sayle becomes the next wielder of the Abyss Flower? That would be such a weird turn of events. Like, wow. Okay. And then Teresa never really got like that much. Teresa's never had like her own arc. She got some when we were going with Cocolia and the Sea of Quanta. Although that was more like, yo, when Bronya's missing, we're gonna throw in Teresa as the person that you're gonna follow. I don't really know. They gave her like a nice little exposition before they kind of yeeted her. So I'm gonna refer to it like when everyone gets yeeted, you know, like they're gonna get a little bit of exposition. Bronya had a lot of exposition before it. Teresa had some. Fuhua. So okay, let's see. Let's count down of who we've disposed of essentially. We've gotten rid of Fuhua. I can't remember where she went after the fight with Sushang. But we did get a lot of her because we went through her entire history with Sushang when they were talking right before the fight, and she was explaining the mantra that she has to do. So Fuhua got her bit. Bronya got her bit. Durandal's also gone. So she got her bit. And then Teresa. So who's left? It's just Kiana. Kiana's the only like Valkyrie left. Well, I guess Sayleigh's also there, but I don't know. Until she's ready to use that Abyss Flower, I'm gonna count Sayleigh out. Sorry, Sayleigh, but she hasn't really done anything yet. And then the twins. Honestly, I can't say that the twins are gonna do anything, so I'm counting them out as well. So really, we only have to get there. Man, I feel like Sayleigh and the twins are gonna get like just wiped out easily. Like boom, done. They'll be gone. And then Kiana, something big will happen with Kiana. All you have to do to get rid of Tess and Einstein is be like, comms don't work anymore. Goodbye, guys. And that's everybody, basically, right? This flower has a core of death inside, and belly on this. She's the true master of the core. So, the master of the core, she wouldn't die? Okay. Interesting. There's a lot to go. There's a lot to go in terms of that story. Bronya's story I feel like is over. Fuhua's story I feel like was over from the beginning. Anytime we get Fuhua's story, it's all stuff in the past. Like anytime we're like, okay, let's give Fuhua like some exposition. It's all like, this is what happened in her past life. She's not going anywhere from here. She's already kind of like capped at the point that she could grow, unless, I mean, she's already established her relationship with HOS. Teresa, okay, maybe we've transitioned into why I think this is the end of the Honkai story, because Bronya's story is over. Teresa's story could go somewhere. I feel like it would change the course of the game. Like it would be acceptable if they ended the game on Teresa's, like if we're just considering Teresa's story, it'd be acceptable if they ended the game here and then we're like, hey, spin-off, but also canonical continuation of the story. Teresa is the overseer now. That could be that. Fuhua never really had a story, but she wasn't really. There's still a ton of space to go around Mei. And Kiana, obviously. So there's an argument as to why it's not ending. And then obviously this whole thing with Veliona using the Abyss Flower is another argument as to why it's not ending. But I do know that the next chapters are supposed to be about the Flame Chasers. Which, if it's about the Flame Chasers, that means we're going back to Mei, or we're not going back to Mei at all, and we're actually going back into the previous era, which would be really cool. Which also means that if this is true about Veliona being the Hersher of Death in the previous era, then we can get all of that explained while wrapping up with this and then come back to it. I think that either way, when we come back, obviously when we come back to the story, it's gonna be completely different because of everything that happens to Otto. And I'm assuming that the people who are watching this right now know what happens in the cutscene because I've also reacted to that. But, man. It's a weird spot because I don't think that there's enough for the story to end. However, some of the character stories have ended, so if they come back in the next part of in the story, they're just gonna be there. Like, if Bronya comes back, she'll just be there. It'll be like, she's just peaked right now. She's peaked. Maybe everything, I'm just hinging everything on the fact that Bronya has peaked, which doesn't seem right or fair for an entire game to be like, well, Bronya's peaked, so the story's over. But I just don't know what to think about that. Unless we completely pivot. And in the next arc, we're going to pivot with completely new cast of characters if we're going back to PE. That were introduced in ER. Bronya's next story is the game dev. Right, so Bronya's next story is, first of all, kind of boring. Second of all, kind of explored in post-Honkai Odyssey now, which leaves May. How did we get from May being in World Serpent to back being in where she is in APHO? So it's just okay. I don't even know. I don't even know what to think. What are they? The one question that I'm really hung up on right now is what are they going to do with Bronya? What are they going to do with Bronya? At what point are they gonna be like, she looks like this, and this I mean Silverwing, and she works for a game studio? Does she just leave after this? While May is still going through her story to become who she is in APHO, I don't know. There's one answer, but it's spoiler. Okay, hold on to that then. I guess we'll figure it out. Provided it's spoiler for this. It might be a spoiler. Okay, if it happens in chapter 28, then don't say it. I will just have to wait, but those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts after playing chapter 1. Or not chapter 1, part 1. Like section 1 of chapter 28. I also heard that the second part is like really long. So I'm assuming that the second part will probably maybe bring Otto back. Otherwise the CG is really gonna come out of nowhere. Especially for this chapter. Did I play APHO? Yes. The new one? I'm still working through the story on the new one though. Speaking of which, my moon ring is at level 9. About May meeting. I know that May comes back in APHO 2, but APHO 2 already takes place after APHO 1. So by meeting her again, you just have to find her after what happened with Otto. But okay. I won't ask about that. I'll just have to do that for myself. Although APHO story is flying under my radar. There's no way. Story update, February 3rd. Alright, I can probably tell you when the next stream will be for chapter 2. Next weekend? February 5th? Do you think it would be nice if manga part got story chapter in the game? You mean like, which manga? Second Eruption? I feel like we know enough about Second Eruption to understand where we need to be. Like everything that happened in Second Eruption I feel like is decently explained. Everything that matters in Second Eruption, because I know that there's a bunch of parts in Second Eruption that like I don't really care about. Like the whole part, there's Patricia or whatever, and Nagrath or something. She's mentioned in chapter 25X. like Divine Key or Second Eruption. I'm gonna tell you right now that I have not read Divine Key, so anything that happens there, I'm not sure. But Second Eruption, I feel like, has been pretty good. The one, let's see. The one manga that like I really hone in on that's saying that we really missed it is Elon is it Palatinus? I always say Platinus, and I don't think that's right because there's too many A's. But that manga sets up the entire CG. And I wish that had been in the game. But Azure Waters, I never felt like Azure Waters had to be in the game. Azure Waters seems like it's extra bit that you can get if you want. Project Stigma, they also go over Project Stigma a lot in the thing, but I believe that might come up more important later if we go back to World Serpent. Yeah, I mean, it comes up when it, like, and by it comes up, I mean that my thought that something is missing from the game, it comes up when we need that information in the story, and thus far, the only one that I feel like we've really needed is Elon Palatinus. Oh my god. Words are hard for me. Words are hard. They'll just make a new arc. Well, I mean, if we're going back to PE, second, Divine Key focuses on, but it would be a big spoiler. Okay, don't worry, we'll get there. I think the 5th, so February 5th, a week from today, I think will be the second stream for the next part of this. I am very interested to know what happens after that though, because man, it leaves a huge door open for literally the rest of the story. Like anything that's going to happen is leaving the huge door open for where they're gonna take the story next. Freaking Rita, man. All these people that only watch me on YouTube don't know my complicated feelings towards Rita. But anyway, this chapter was fun. I'll probably have completely different feelings about it after I played the next part and after I played get to the CG and everything, but anyway, I don't want to keep these streams too long since they're going to be VODs and stuff, unlike on Twitch. So if you guys want to come hang out more, I stream on Twitch and usually just end up talking for over 4 hours. So if you enjoyed this, want to chat more, follow me on Twitch. The link is in the description. For anyone watching this after February 5th, don't forget to check out the second part, which will be a different video. I'll link it in the end card. Sorry, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but it will be in the end card for all of you guys that are here live or watching this before the second part comes out. Join me live for the second part. Hopefully I didn't say anything too inflammatory like the video, so calm. What else? Yeah, new videos coming up soon. I have some stuff that I want to talk about, like game mechanics and stuff. So that's all. Thank you guys who are here watching. I appreciate the chats, even though I wasn't able to read the chats too much going through the story. But I'll see you guys very soon. Have a good weekend. If anyone here is also into Arknights, I will be streaming Arknights at the same time that I started today, so 9:30 a.m. EST, 10:30 p.m. GMT plus 8. So stick around for that. I'm gonna be doing Annihilation, so pray for me, please. That's all. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, if not next week. Goodbye!